I hope everybody had a great holiday because I did. We're back here on the guide. We got some big stuff to do. I've had a lot of time off. It's been a lot of time between episodes, and I'm ready to get you guys another one. And today, we're gonna work on a lava farm. Why do we need a lava farm? Because we need fuel. And using coal for fuel, while it's okay, it also requires a lot of manual work because you continually have to go back and get more coal for more fuel every time you want to smelt more things. And I have an area in mind for our lava bucket farm that I think we can do down here. So I actually have some like pretty cool ideas for several things in this area that I would like to do. One of them though is going to require a lot of work, and that's going to be the lava bucket farm. The lava bucket farm itself, super easy, not a lot of work at all. The area where I want to put it, not super easy. A lot of work. I think that area is going to be down here. So I think what we need to do is a lot of things. We need to carve a good pathway to get down here. We need to even out the terrain some, make the space a lot more usable, make it feel maybe a bit more structured. I don't know exactly how that's going to turn out yet. And even make some room for our smelter to go too, because I don't think I want it to stay up there. I mentioned that when we made it. I don't think I was going to be in a permanent spot. I think I would like it to go close to the lava bucket farm. This would kind of be like a smelting slash furnace thing area, my bobber, and this is where we're going to do it. So instead of doing all this on camera, I'm going to do this boring part of just carving stuff out and placing blocks. I'm going to do that on stream right now. If you want to watch it, go to the live stream video section of the channel and check out stream number 3, because that's what it'll be. All right, and one stream later, the area down there is done, but I'm not going to show it to you yet. You'll get to see it later. It's nothing special. There's a big hole. There's like some organization going on. Nothing decorated, but it's there. And something else happened too. I ended up letting some of our villagers out. I got rid of this little area in between right here, gave them some food. They were able to breed up some babies, and those babies were able to jump out and escape, which I wanted them to be able to do, and made up a bunch of farmers. So now we have farmer villagers around here. They are like farming the crops actively and picking them up, but that's fine. Eventually they will get their inventories full of potatoes, and then they'll just leave them laying around, and I'll run around and pick them up. And that should help me keep things nice and full over here, because right now things are not nice and or full at all. We ran out of potatoes to trade, and we're quickly running out of everything else. I'm going through and trying to keep my stuff mended up, but this will help us keep things mended up in the future, as well as kind of set us up for some farming that we may do in the future. But for now, we need to go get ourselves some dripstone. And I don't remember where we found it before, but I think we can go down in that cave close by and we can find what we need. I'm pretty sure that cave that we found like way earlier is over here. If I remember right. Oh, is this not the right one? Or is it just further down in here? Okay, I'm slightly confused now. Is there any dripstone here? Isn't it like down this way? There we go. Okay, I knew it was somewhere here. All right, so this right here, this is pointed dripstone. And while I'm not going to go over every feature of dripstone right now, because we're going to do more on dripstone later when we make a different type of farm, pointed dripstone can be found in dripstone caves and sometimes in other various areas as well. And this is the dripstone block. We're going to be taking some of this and some of this, and we are going to set up a little area, and we're going to go over the mechanics that you need to know about pointed dripstone to make yourself a lava farm. Okay, so we have our dripstone, we have some blocks here, and let's go down to the area that I made a like temporary pathway down to. We'll actually build some type of an official pathway that probably does something similar to what we just went down right there. And we have 2 areas carved out. This area right here, this is where we're doing the dripstone. And we're gonna be putting our cauldrons for the dripstone on this level right here, which means that up here is where our actual dripstone is going to be hanging. So our pointed dripstone, it can hang from any full block. Any full block here will be fine. We're just going to use cobblestone for now. I may replace it later, again, when we decorate this place up to make it look a little bit cooler, a little bit more awesome. And you'll see already water is showing that it's starting to drip from there. Now, water dripping from there is just visual. It's not going to do anything right now. We could put cauldrons down here. It's not going to do anything. We could let it sit here forever. The pointed dripstone is not going to grow or do anything. It's just visual. But if we go above here and we put a water source or lava source and then put a cauldron down below it, it will make a new water source or lava source, which is really cool. Let me get this side set up. Let's talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so as I was saying, dripstone, you can use it to make water in a cauldron or lava in a cauldron. Now, water, not really incredibly useful, because I can just put a water source here and a water source here, And now I have an infinite water source right here that I can pull from like forever. Like it'll always be an infinite water source. I don't have to do anything. So we're not really worried about that aspect of it at all. But the lava portion is a big deal because lava, there is no other way to just get lava. You have to find it in the nether, find it in the overworld. You have to find it somewhere and you have to scoop it up. So we need 32 buckets of lava. 32, yes, because you need to have a source block, in this case, a lava source block directly above where the dripstone is. So we have the dripstone, we have the cobblestone that I placed down for it to hang from, and we need to put a lava source in each one of these. I made this area 16 blocks long. We have 16 here, we have 16 here. So that means we need 32 lava buckets. Oh, these are what remains of my villagers. Yeah. Can you guys make some more babies, please? Yeah, let me just help you out there. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna need a better way to protect them. Free range isn't quite working as well as I'd hoped. And luckily, if you've made a branch mine like I have, you've probably run across lava before. Now, maybe you covered it over like I did, but that's fine. We can dig down. There should be multiple layers of lava. Yeah, there we go. And we can just easily go through and start picking it up. So now we don't have to go far to get the lava that we need. We have everything we need right here. I almost died from fire damage because I totally forgot that I have fire tick turned on in this world. I never play a fire tick. Okay, we have most of our lava buckets here. It is time to go ahead and let's fill in the whole area right from the start. And done. And now what you'll see is there's lava dripping from here. But don't worry, it doesn't hurt you. It'd be kind of interesting if it did hurt you, but it doesn't. So now we need a lot of cauldrons, which I don't necessarily know if I have enough iron for. I guess we'll find out. And here we go. I had barely enough iron to do this. So now they will start filling up, and then I need to give myself a way in behind them because I have a pretty cool, I think anyways, a pretty cool like decorative plan for the way that this area is going to end up looking. If you want to know what it is, then you might want to check out the stream that I just did a little bit earlier today when I was carving all this out, because I talked all about it, because we're not going to be doing the full decoration here now. I just want to make sure I have enough room to be able to do those decorations later when the time comes. And at least in terms of like how the general look will be, this is how it'll look. We'll change obviously a lot of it in the future, but this is what we're looking at. And as you can see, we are now filling up with lava. Now, a couple general rules. First of all, your cauldron needs to be within 11 blocks of the dripstone. If it's not within 11 blocks of the dripstone, it will not fill up. Now, on average, a cauldron will take about 19 minutes to fill up. Obviously, with a bunch of them, it's very randomized, right? So some of them will fill up quickly. Some of them will take roughly the full 20 minutes or maybe even more. But in this case, what we'll do, since this is in our main base, this thing will fill up pretty frequently. And all we're gonna have to do is we just have to go through and then scoop up the lava, just like so. And then eventually this will fill back up and put more lava in here. We will probably keep a stash. Maybe we need some type of chest area or something actually, to where we can store all of this lava. And then we can take this lava and use it for our fuel source now. The nice thing about lava is it will smelt 100 items. It's actually the best like fuel source in the game in terms of how many items it will smelt. The only downside is, just like other fuel sources, if you only smelt one item, like put one item in a smelter, it's still going to use up all 100 of the potential uses that this lava has. It could be a little bit wasteful, but the lava's free, so that's not too bad. Now, one of the biggest inconveniences for me at this point is the fact that my lava's all the way down there and my furnaces are all the way up here. I think I mentioned, did I mention earlier in this episode? Maybe I did, that we may end up moving this, and moving this I think is what we're gonna do, and that is that special area I made down below. So it's time for me to rip this thing out and rebuild it down at the bottom with a couple of small upgrades. process has started, and we're gonna do things a little tiny bit different this time. First of all, I don't want anything in the front of this. I want it to be able to look a little bit better. So I think we're gonna send all of our items this direction. You can see the arrows going this way, and maybe we'll pull them around the corner to something over here. And even more importantly, we have an area set aside over here. This area is going to be very important. I need some more minecart tracks first. Let me grab those and I'll show you what we're doing. I may have not calculated everything that I needed to do here. I need to move this over by 2 spaces. Not a big deal. Glad I found out now.
Bruh.
Now, ultimately, what I want to do is I want to make the input and output feel a little bit easier and look a little bit better than what we had before. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw 2 solid blocks right here. We're going to bring some of our rails down. I'll put one here, put one here. One of these is going to be the item input, which I think will kind of curl up and go to this. Sometimes it's hard to know what exactly will work. So we got to kind of mess around with it a little bit, because sometimes like this is not going to curve up. We go like here and go up like this. We probably need to give it a little bit of power. I'll go up. There we go. Okay, that worked perfect. And then that'll just zoom down there. And we just need to do something similar with this side. Get it up to here, which should not be that hard to do. Perfect. And now we have that up here. So super easy. All we got to do is go through and we'll just run a few of these across. Oh, hello? Why are you here? Oh, are my villagers safe? Hold on. We lost the ball once. We can't lose the ball again. Villagers! I see their heads. I think they're good. Okay, I think we're good now. So I could go through. I could add my levers in the places that we need levers. The more I see this, the less I like it. I want it to look, I want it to be flat right there. All right, adjustment time. Okay, a little bit of adjustment later. I think we're all good. And actually, I want to make one more final adjustment here. I want to put just these here, and you'll see why once we get this thing set up. But let me go through. Let's put some power right here to power those. Put power right here to power that. Right there to power that. We can put a block right here with power. A block right here with power. And finally, a block right there with power. I think we're definitely good to go with running our... Oh, I just trapped myself. Get me out. Yes, this looks good. Okay, so what I can do is I can get myself some inventory space. I can go to this crafting table and I can craft myself a couple of buttons. I could take chest minecart here, chest minecart here. Now, if I want to send this first one, which is the item input, I could just press the button. It'll go. It'll come back. But that doesn't really do me a whole lot, does it? Because I might want it to keep going. We need levers. Okay, much better. So now we can have those guys closed up, or we can look inside of them and go and, you know, do what we need to do. We'll like block some of this off, maybe like make it look a little bit cleaner like that. So we'll decorate it more at some point later, but it gives us a kind of clean look and an idea of what it would look like if I want to come in here and drop items, come in here and drop fuel, and then send it on its way. Okay, and some adjustments have been made. Those hoppers, I ran them down there and ran them around the corner here. And then I have some hoppers. You can see the little like line right there facing into 2 chests. So as things fill in, they'll come through, they'll come over here, and then they will get sucked in by this hopper right here and go down to this chest and then fill up this chest after that. And if those gets filled up, it'll come over to this. I don't know that I'll ever have that much stuff in there at any given time, but if I do, I have enough storage to just kind of leave things in there until I feel like taking stuff out. Now also, we could go through and have all this stuff in my inventory here that we do need to go ahead and smelt / cook down. So I'm going to throw all of that in here. And then last but not least, we do need to get our fuel source in here before we start doing anything. So I'll go back here and we will start doing some scooping. Now, whenever I send it, I'm going to send 16 at a time. That way I get an even number of lava buckets going across the system here. We'll send that. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so I can go through. I can send this guy over now. We're going to let that run for a little bit. We're going to collect some more lava so we can refill the system with the fuel source. We're going to have to wait for one more of these to fill up. Now, I know going back around here seems pretty inconvenient for right now, but that's because I have a future plan of something really cool I would like to do with this to make the lava very easily accessible. But that's something we're going to save for a redstone episode because it's a cool redstone idea and something that I think would just be kind of fun to do. I assume this probably has a lot more to go. Yeah, it definitely does. Okay, we'll let that run for a while, but you should see our items. Yes, they are starting to come in, including those empty lava buckets. Anytime the system empties itself out of lava buckets, it will put them into that little storage area as well. So let's take that over here. We'll dump all of our empty sets of buckets here to be stored so I can come in, grab the lava when needed, and continue to fill this thing up. But in terms of today's episode, we're all done. We've done 2 big things today. It's not quite pretty yet, but it is something. We got some functionality going on. Let me know down in the comment section below, what would you like to see in the next Bedrock Guide episode? What should we guide on next? I'm curious to see your thoughts. If you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, consider leaving a super thanks, and I will see you next time. Bye.